Hello Internet, it's been a while. As you can see, I'm in my yard, and if you know me, you know this is a rare occasion. I'm usually just over there in that room, which is mine. I hardly ever leave. I also think I need a haircut. Anyways, this is also a mobile upload, which is sad because right now it's recording in a higher definition than the actual camera we own does, which is, I find sad. Anyhows, I don't really have anything specific to talk about, so this one's kind of going to ramble a bit, and it's also going to ramble a bit because I don't feel like putting this on my computer and then editing it. So I'm just going to straight upload it from my phone, so there's not going to be any jump cuts. The real purpose of this video is just to keep this channel from going stale, because I don't think I've uploaded anything since the time I said I was going to upload something every day, which obviously did not happen, and for good reason. They would have been terrible. They would have been really, really terrible. I don't have much of a life, and so consequentially I don't have much to talk about, meaning vlogging is probably not a good idea for me. But I started it, so I'm not going to quit just because. Well, just because. A couple of things I did want to talk about. I was lucky and got my hands on Mass Effect 3 much sooner than I thought I would. And I know a lot of people have been complaining about the endings, and at first, I didn't like the ending either. And then a couple of things happened. The first thing that happened is it occurred to me that, one, I didn't make the game, so really, yeah, I can complain all I want to, but it's not my place to change the way the game ended. And to be perfectly honest, it wasn't the way it ended that got to me. I can understand the whole message behind, to do certain things, sacrifices must be made, and if Shepard has to die, Shepard has to die. I mean, yeah, I know it's not the best ending in the world, but to be perfectly honest, after everything that's happened throughout the series, if you're still expecting a perfect world, dear Lord, more people died in that third game than I even care to think about. I mean, anyways, the other thing is, I guess the only real thing that bothered me about the ending is there was no sense of closure. Because, see, the first time through I did synthesis, so I didn't see all the extra stuff. Then I went back and saw that if you have enough assets and you choose destroy, Shepard lives, which screams to me they're not done. And it makes perfect sense. And see, I think a lot of these people that are online fussing about the game, starting charities, which actually there was one on Child's Play that got started, and Child's Play ended up shutting it down because apparently a lot of people, there are just so many stupid people on the internet. So many stupid people. You know, a lot of people thought that they were paying for another ending. So, Child's Play's thing is you're not supposed to be buying anything from them. It's a donation thing. So, they finally decided they've made one more new rule that Child's Play cannot be used to draw attention to a cause. Child's Play has to be the cause. That makes perfect sense to me. And it's kind of sad that that's the first place people ran to. They tried to exploit something that was done for the benefit of children who... I mean, it's really sad that they did that. But then, like, the other thing is, I'll bet you half of these people that ran crying to BioWare and just Jesus. They probably didn't even see the actual ending where Shepard survives. They probably just played the game once, or I'll bet you half of the people that were fussing about it, because I'll talk to people, I've heard the ending of the third game sucks, so I'm not going to play it. First of all, that's ridiculous. The game as a whole is too good not to play just because the last 10 minutes didn't meet your expectations. Just the scope of this trilogy is amazing, and it is a work of art, period. That's just all there is to it. The game itself is too good not to play just because you don't like the 10 minutes. I mean, I don't like the last 10 minutes. I've played through the game 3 times in the past 3 weeks. Seriously. I've already gotten almost 40-something hours into the single player alone. Not counting what I do multiplayer, which I do more lately. with close friends. Anyway, not what I'm talking about. It's especially if you've played all 3 games, because I'm seeing people I haven't seen from the first game show up again, and it's so coherent and it's so well written, and I'm fine. I've figured that once I picked up the 3rd game, I'd just be kind of, other than a few small things, I wouldn't really care to go back and play through the whole thing again, because I was kind of dumb, and I got Genesis for the 360 so that I wouldn't have to play all the way through the first game to see the major differences. But I mean, now that these people are starting to show up again, and wow, the lighting is so much better if now that these people are starting to show up again, I want to go back to the first game, and I just want to run all the way through it to see all these little things come to a head in the 3rd game. It's just nothing like it has ever been done, and with any luck, it'll set the standard, because Mass Effect's great. It just really, and I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I can respect that, but I'll still recommend it to pretty much everybody I run across. And even though the first game's dated and it's a little hard to go through, especially if you played the later games, it's still worth it. The payoff is still worth it. Seriously. I think I just ranted. Yeah. Told myself I wouldn't do that, and I totally did it. Anyhow. The other thing, and this is just going to be kind of, I'm not going to go there. I was going to fuss about noobs and multiplayer, but let's just not go there. So anyhow, I am still alive, and I'm thinking about doing, I don't know how often I'll do one, but I'd like to have a set thing to talk about like this every time, because it just makes the most sense, and it makes it feel less awkward, and it's less of me just sitting around, and it makes it easier on the viewers too, because God knows you don't want to take 10 minutes out of your life to watch a guy who doesn't know what he wants to talk about It's annoying. I know it's annoying, and I apologize for any of you I've put through that, and I'm trying to do better. All 7 of you who actually follow me. So, anyhow, that's my spiel for this time. Hopefully it won't be another almost month before I upload again, but practically it probably will. But you can be guaranteed that I will not be making any more false promises. No more promising videos every day when everybody, including me, knows I'm not going to do that. So I will see you guys next time, whenever that happens to be. Until then, have a good day, week, month, however long it is. See you guys around.